Hello viewers and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We are back so that we talk about important matters happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. My brother set free, Nerira Mafukidze, has raised a very important issue which we need to deal with. He says all the tricks on the book are being explored to bring down Chivhayo. All these things happening consecutively is not a coincidence. Whether this is true or not is another story. But I think there are bigger forces going after him. It's not a secret that in ZANU PF people are divided over Wicknow, and it's not a secret that some of the best hackers are employed by our state security. Anyway, let us deal with this issue. Number one, let us talk about the tricks which are being explored to bring Chivhayo down. Number one, it seems as if they are going to use the corruption tricks. Number two, they will use sex scandals. Number three, they will go on an overdrive, anything and everything. So if they fail to take Chivhayo down through corruption scripts, sex scandals, they will take him down through other people, very powerful people. Something will come out which is going to force even powerful people to say, yeah, we are now throwing you under the bus. One of the key issues which I have listened to in the last few days is that the reason why they are not going after Chivhayo is because once they do that, it will be a point of no return. I'm talking about President Mnangagwa. Once they start to go after Chivhayo, it will be a point of no return because files will come one after the other, which means it will be very, very, very difficult for him. One of the key issues is that these things will implicate him too. Then on the second paragraph, there are big people, very big forces going after Chivhayo. This is not an operation which is being done by simple people, small people, or whatever. If you take a look on the events which are happening in Zimbabwe right now, there is a clear agreement and indication that these things are not being done by small people. It's being done by very powerful, untouchables. Also people who can cover their tricks very well. So, as for the division within ZANU PF, yes, ZANU PF is divided. And Chivhayo has been at the center of everything. He made a mistake when after the elections, he came and started dishing out cars. Mnangagwa was not advised properly. The way Wicknow was doing his own things, he divided the party. We talked about it to say, okay, did Japreza work more than someone, a political commissar who was stationed in the villages? No. But guess who got paid? Japreza got the most expensive car from Chivhayo. And it goes down, Vana Sulu, Vana Chaplain, Vana everybody. And this did not go well with an ordinary ZANU PF mobilizer. And because ZANU PF people rely on these mobilizers, they felt betrayed because this was spoken all over across Zimbabwe. Kuti takaregererwa nemukuru uyu haangatange kupawa nasulu isina chatinacho. People are angry. So if you take a look onto that, these people found a way to start their own things and start going against them. Emerson Mnangagwa was misled. Whoever told him about this idea yekupawa no motor, they misled themselves because it created divisions atakuona. So it means nobody now believes that Mnangagwa is there for the people. Even those within ZANU PF, they no longer believe. So if you take a look onto this, ZANU PF being divided, then one of the key issues is raised right here. Where are some of the best hackers in our state security? They are found within the CIO. So if we have the best hackers within the CIO, then there is a problem. Because Emerson Mnangagwa was believed to be backed by the CIO, because we are told FARS originates from the CIO. Yet the same CIO is the one which is also being accused of employing the best hackers. And in this case, if the allegations are true, then it becomes something else. It becomes a different story. It means every sector will be against ED. Personally, I doubt if we go to the middle-ranked police officers, to the junior ranks, I doubt. To the junior ranks, you could find more than 50%, around 55% of them do not support Mnangagwa. If you go to the junior ranks, more than 80% of our police officers do not support Mnangagwa. The same applies to the CIO. Only those at the top believe in Mnangagwa and support, not believe in Mnangagwa, support Mnangagwa because of the benefits. Then if you go to the military, this is worse. Just a few. A few. And the rest of them do not believe in him, and the rest of them are afraid. So if you take a look onto all these issues, this shows that Emmerson Mnangagwa has made several mistakes, and these mistakes are going to cost him. It's a matter of time. This is the reason why we are saying Zimbabwe is sitting on a time bomb. It's a matter of time. And what we are praying for at this point in time is, if anything happens, let it happen in peace. I believe that Mnangagwa will not try to fight back. This is our prayer. Because if he does, then Zimbabwe will plunge into a very, very chaotic phase and period. If you take a look on how soldiers are now being involved in armed robberies, criminal activities, guys, this is something, the last thing we want to hear. You are told that armed robbers, there are soldiers involved. This is one of the last things we need to hear about. But it's happening at this point in time. All because they are going to work for nothing. This is reality, guys. We do not yet, we tell the truth. I believe this is the right time for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to do the right thing. It's his time to do the right thing. So I know that a lot of people would dispute this position and say whatever they want for the sake of trying to protect Emmerson Mnangagwa or find favor, but kutaura chokwadi zvina zvinomira zvakanaka. Zvina zvinomira zvakanaka mZANU PF, and they are taking each other out. While this Nelson Chamisa is watching, the battles of Nelson Chamisa are being fought by ZANU PF people, and he's watching. And guess what is going to happen? I will not tell you. So this is a moment of madness. A moment where President Mnangagwa, if he wanted to have at least some respect, he could have just called Nelson Chamisa to say, young man, let us have a discussion, let us talk, let us sit down and talk. We know these things happen, but let us talk. This is the best thing for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to do. And if he is being advised accordingly, this is what I could advise him. To say, Mr. President, sit down with Advocate Nelson Chamisa. This is the only way we are going to resolve everything. Let what belongs to Caesar go back to Caesar. And that is how he's going to save himself. So this is it. I do not know your thoughts or your views, but I agree with my brother.